Kirti, Azad, there will be those who are watching this show, and in the build-up also we've heard noises that, look at it, our soldiers are getting killed at the border, there's cross-border terror, how can we play a game of cricket? Do you agree with that? And as Sharda says, why can't we play with Pakistan in a test match at a neutral venue? Has politics, because the present government doesn't want to have any deepening relations with Pakistan, influenced the way the cricketers are? If the cricketers were left to themselves, would they want to play against Pakistan, irrespective of what's happening on the border?
Well, there are two parts to this. One is when you're playing an ICC tournament, you have to play it, otherwise you lose your membership. You play a T20, or you play a Champions League, or you play Test Cricket Series, or you play this World Cup that we are playing, Cricket World Cup. That is one thing that you have to play, you're obligated to play that. But when you talk about bilateral relations, terror and talks don't go together. And that is one thing I will always, as an Indian, say, that until this terror stops, we should not have bilateral with Pakistan. We have had examples like South Africa, the apartheid, the entire world had boycotted them. You had, I think, 1984 Olympics, the complete Moscow Olympics, when the complete Western bloc had boycotted them. So 80 Moscow, yeah. So, you know, there have been instances where people have made a statement against apartheid and other issues which have been very serious. And here, when we talk about India, we are getting soldiers martyred every day, almost every day. And bilaterals, terror and talks, I once again repeat, no.
Okay, you're saying terror and talks, or terror and cricket in a way can't go together. Bilateral cricket, Sharda Ugra feels differently.
Yes.
Sharda Ugra feels differently. Javed Qureshi, from a Pakistani perspective, do you concede that as long as there's a hostile situation at the border, how do you play a cricket match in a normal atmosphere?
No, it's look, I respect Kirti Saab's opinion, but I do think that, you know, we should be playing bilateral cricket. It'll bring the countries closer together. Hopefully, it will you know, clear misunderstandings about some fundamental things. And I think by not playing, we continue to, you know, create more tension and create more animosity, and we then give the extreme people in our respective countries ammunition to carry on, and this just becomes a vicious circle. I think we need to break this, but, you know, as you said, I'm a romantic. Maybe I'm a bit too idealistic.
No harm being a romantic. We need more romantic. You know, we played this game because we loved it. But Shishir Attandi, do you believe terror and cricket can go together?
Not at all.
Okay.
In fact, cricket is such a small part of what's happening across the borders, you know, and I really believe that, you know, in my own way, I mean, we've lost people on both sides. People have lost families and, you know, brothers and fathers. So to be thinking that, you know, sport is going to bridge that gap, it's going to bring people closer, I think it's a figment of our romantic imagination. It's not going to happen. I know that the ICC events are, in a sense, mandatory for teams to play because there's a lot of money involved. There is broadcasting rights involved. Money has to go to, you know, boards from the revenue that comes in, so they are obliged to play the tournament. But as an Indian or as a Pakistani, I think bilateral series is not the solution to what's happening, you know, on those borders. And we need to take that a little seriously. Cricket's a very small part of all this. It's more about the safety of citizens on both sides.
In conclusion, I want to go right round the round table, asking you all your favorite India-Pakistan moment. Sharda Ugra, you start. Over the years, we've seen a lot of India-Pakistan cricket, one-day tests. Is there a moment that stands out for you, Sharda Ugra?
Many moments. What I treasure most during India-Pakistan matches, if I'm reporting on them, is to be able to meet my Pakistani colleagues from across the border, to joke, to laugh, to share gossip. That is what to me is the most enjoyable part of it. And I just wanted to say something is that, you know, say that terror and talks do not go together, but then everything should stop. No, why are you having trade? Why are you having, you know, teams from going across the border and coming from the other side? why is that happening? Why is cricket always used as currency? Cricket is used as currency. So, and it happens all the time. Of course, there needs to be and terror on both sides. People have suffered, like she said, quite eloquently.
Unfortunately, even trade has stopped in the last few years, post Pulwama. But I take your larger point that why is cricket the soft target? But your favorite moment, you said, is just getting the press persons of the two countries talking to each other in the press box. Kirti Azad.
About the boards, yeah, mostly.
Sure. Kirti Azad, do you have a favorite moment on the field? What's your favorite Indo-Pak cricket moment?
There's so many of them. I mean, my personal performance here in the day-night game against Pakistan. It was 75 for 7 chasing 197, needed about 100 odd runs in 11 or 12 overs, and it was 4 or 5 runs those days were a hell of a lot. And ultimately, I managed to hit 4 sixes, got it till the end, won by 1 wicket in the last over. So, personally, that was a great moment for me. That was immediately after the World Cup. The first game, first day-night game, that also against Pakistan, which you were losing.
Okay, we will remember that day, of course, of Kirti Azad smashing the Pakistani attack. Javed Qureshi, what is your favorite moment in India-Pakistan cricket?
Rajdeep, it's got to be Javed Miandad asking Dilip Doshi for his room number. We have watched that hundreds of times. I still continue to watch it. To me, it is just unbelievable that is what was going on. And I'm quite friendly with Javed, and he gives me some inside information on that, which is even more funny about how some people were winding him up, saying go and keep doing it. To me, that's priceless. It's absolutely priceless.
I just want to tell our younger viewers, this was Javed Miandad asking for a room number of Dilip Doshi, the left-arm spinner, because he kept saying, I'm going to hit you in where your room is in the hotel. And that's what really he got under Dilip Doshi's nerves. But it showed that sort of humorous tinge amidst the sort of tension around an Indo-Pak match. But Shishir Atangdi, in conclusion, what's your favorite Indo-Pak moment?
Well, my favorite moment, Rajdeep, will be the day after I got married. I was on honeymoon and I decided to postpone my honeymoon because there was a certain gentleman called Kirti Azad who was tonking the ball over the park, and I told my wife, cricket comes first. I wasn't very popular after that, I can tell you, in my house. And but that innings was something that stood out in my life.